I'm Kevin Brown. I'm the CTO for the IT division of Schneider Electric. It's interesting, we are announcing HyperPod at the show, and this really came from some work that we were doing, thinking about, it really started with containment. And I would walk around data centers 5 years ago, 4 years ago, knowing that containment has a significant impact on the efficiency of a data center if done properly. But yet I would walk around data centers and see that people had not deployed it. So we started asking ourselves why. Because it's this very compelling efficiency play that we didn't see people implementing the way that we thought would be best practice. And some of the learning that we did through that led to our announcement today. So, again, so in this context, what we found were, as we were investigating these data centers, when we dug into why people weren't deploying it, is what they found is, a lot of the co-location providers in particular found that deploying containment caused, it was too much disruption inside of the white space, there was too much construction, they didn't have the flexibility that they needed with being able to roll in racks, fully configured with IT equipment, right? That led us to start thinking about an overall design. So we started with containment, but then we started thinking about how do we minimize construction inside of the white space as much as possible. So the HyperPod is what resulted from that thinking, where there's a frame now, works with raised floors, non-raised floors, can work with hot aisle, cold aisle containment, all sorts of different power distribution and cooling strategies, but it really simplifies the installation of all that equipment. And for colos in particular, it allows you to put in the infrastructure before any of the IT equipment shows up. So once you decide to start bringing in the IT equipment, you really don't need any further construction. So we've minimized the amount of work that needs to happen of hanging equipment, cabling from ceilings. We've thought through how does the data cables go, how does power go, how does the cooling work, greatly simplifying that. And so we think we've got some early successes that we're quite excited about. Well, as far as pre-certification, no. What we've done is we've modeled out what the benefits are of HyperPod. And our models are showing it's about a 15% less expensive on a capital expense to deploy using this methodology, and about 20% faster. And so that's really, when you look at it, it's really how we've thought through that system and how everything comes together. And our early customer deployments are coming back with some of those results verifying that model. So we're very excited about it, and we think it's a great way for people, one, to save money, deploy faster, and also deploy best practices that we all know and have been talking about for a long time. That's right, and you can take a traditional white space and make it work like the best designed data center. Well, yeah, DCD is always one of our favorite events that we come to every year, particularly here in London. And it's always fantastic. You get some of the leaders in the industry, some great thinking going on. People come up and challenge our thinking. So to me, it's a fantastic event for meeting new and old friends and sharing some great thoughts together. Actually, that's why I come here, is I want people telling me why aren't we doing it differently. So, and there's no better place than DCD for that. Well, I sat through the plenary this morning, and what's fantastic at DCD is you get this consolidation of people in the industry who are thinking about similar things, but they're not all thinking about it the same way. And and it's great to get these lightning rounds and getting multiple people on the same panel, and you can kind of hear the dialogue and the interaction between them. And so to me, that's one of the real values of being in with some of these people in the industry who are leading the thoughts about where we need to go in the future.